community, social justice,
conservation,
charity.
Unleash your potential. One life. Make the most of it.
Welcome to the Socialist experiment.
More than content. An experience.
I'm your host, Ethan Smart. Disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes. All proceeds and donations from this channel go to One Life Charity, a non-profit organization dedicated to transitioning society to a planned economy focused on education and social goals.
Episode 3, Intro to a Planned Economy. The topics of discussion are: what is a planned economy? Who came up with it? What are the positives and negatives? How can you support and join us?
If you support transitioning to a planned economy, please subscribe, smash that like button, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment. Your interactions help grow the channel.
This episode is brought to you by One Life Charity. One life, make the most of it. To learn more about our mission, please visit our website at www.onelife.charity. Together, we can build a better society. Okay, let's get started. Chapter 1, what is a planned economy?
A planned economy is an ever-evolving concept based on the principle of a centrally controlled economy that ensures the uniform distribution of necessary resources. The concept of a planned economy is not a new one. Its roots can be traced back to the early 20th century, when economists and scientists began to realize that the traditional economic systems were not sustainable in the long run. The current system of capitalism, for example, is based on the principles of profit and growth, which often come at the expense of the environment and society. In contrast, a planned economy is focused on the well-being of all people and the planet. It is a system that emphasizes cooperation and collaboration, rather than competition and individualism. The ultimate goal of a planned economy is to create a world where everyone can live in peace, prosperity, and harmony with nature. Einstein described it this way:
a socialist economy accompanied by an educational system that would be oriented towards social goals. In such an economy, the means of production are owned by society itself and are utilized in a planned fashion. A planned economy, which adjusts production to the needs of the community, would distribute the work to be done among all those able to work and would guarantee a livelihood to every man, woman, and child. The education of the individual, in addition to promoting his own innate abilities, would attempt to develop in him a sense of responsibility for his fellow men in place of the glorification of power and success in our present society.
Now, I want you to join me in a thought experiment. Close your eyes and visualize today's capitalist economy. Is it utopian? Are the needs of everyone met? Does it give you hope and excitement that we are on the right path? Is our education at its highest level? Is the health of the planet strong and vibrant? Is everyone well-nourished and healthy? Are you happy and stress-free? Constantly worrying about losing your job, home, and ability to afford necessities can be overwhelming. Bills may pile up, and the funding for public education continues to suffer. It's a difficult reality where universities are unaffordable for most people, and the planet is struggling to survive. The housing crisis has reached extreme levels, and too many individuals are malnourished. Unfortunately, the future doesn't appear to be utopian, and it's hard to remain happy and stress-free in such circumstances. Einstein said,
The profit motive, in conjunction with competition among capitalists, is responsible for an instability in the accumulation and utilization of capital, which leads to increasing this cyber depression. Unlimited competition leads to a huge vast of labor and to the crippling of the social consciousness of individuals. This crippling of individuals I consider the worst evil of capitalism.
So, what was Einstein's plan for transforming society? 1. A planned economy. 2. An education system oriented toward social goals. 3. The means of production is owned by society itself and used in a planned fashion. 4. Production is adjusted to the needs of the community. 5. Distribute the work to all those able to work. 6. Education is based on one's innate abilities and a sense of responsibility for his fellow man. Imagine an economy where there is no need to exchange money for goods and services. Everything is free and provided to individuals based on their needs. There are no bills to pay, no taxes to worry about, and no private ownership of companies, land, or resources. Instead, they are managed by the people within each community through a direct democracy. In this world, prestige is earned through achievements and hard work, And motivation stems from the admiration of your community and the positive impact you create for others. Jean-Luc Picard famously said,
The acquisition of wealth is no longer the driving force in our lives. We work to better ourselves and the rest of humanity.
Chapter 2. Who came up with it? Socialism is an ancient idea that dates back to the dawn of civilization. Before there was capitalism or money, humans gathered together in communities and worked together for the betterment of each other. They shared resources and land and worked toward common goals. The first known human to author a publication suggesting a government based on socialist principles is the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. Plato was a student of Socrates who liked to debate the principles of a just society. However, Socrates did not author any books. Using the teachings of Socrates, Plato depicted a type of collective society in his now famous dialogue, Republic, published around 360 BC. Other economists and philosophers have also published their ideas. For example, in 16th century England, Thomas More's utopian vision was an imaginary island where money had been abolished and people lived and worked communally. Henri de Saint-Simon, a French political, economic, and socialist theorist, created a model for social organization based on cooperation rather than competition. Robert Owen, a Welsh philanthropist and social reformer, founded utopian socialism and the cooperative movement. He proposed systems based on small collective communities, not a centralized state. Karl Marx, undoubtedly the most influential theorist of socialism, and in 1848 wrote the Communist Manifesto, believed revolution was necessary to overthrow the ruling class, whom he saw as exploiters of the labor class. Eduard Bernstein, a German politician, had a different vision. He believed socialism could be achieved through cooperation between people regardless of class, and developed the idea of social democracy rather than a class conflict and socialist revolution. Albert Einstein published an article titled, Why Socialism? In the Monthly Review. He believed in a planned economy that adjusts production to the needs of the community, distributes the work to be done among all those able to work, and guarantees a livelihood to every man, woman, and child. Gene Roddenberry created an entire sci-fi franchise, Star Trek, based on Trekonomics. This is a point in time in the future where money is no longer needed because technology has advanced so far that nearly everything is available. Transportation and communication are instantaneous. Energy is clean and nearly boundless, and computing is used solely for improving the quality of life, rather than for enslavement or fueling hate, and work and employment are purely optional. Finally, in the 1980s, Jacque Fresco, an architect and social engineer, along with his partner Roxanne Meadows, established the Venus Project. Their ultimate goal was to raise awareness about the significance of adopting a resource-based economy, which encompasses sustainable cities, energy efficiency, natural resource management, cybernetic technology, automation, and the role of science in society. Chapter 3. What are the positives and negatives? The positives of a planned economy. First, a planned economy advocates for the intelligent management of resources, both natural and man-made, to ensure that everyone's basic needs are met. Second, it focuses on sustainability, efficiency, and equality by setting targets for production levels and distribution of goods and services. Third, it utilizes technology to automate laborious tasks, freeing individuals to pursue more creative and fulfilling endeavors. Fourth, education is prioritized, as it is believed that an informed and knowledgeable society is essential for the success of such a system. Finally, allocating resources to the needs of the community would decrease pollution and prevent overproduction and waste. While it may seem like a far-fetched idea, organizations and communities worldwide are actively working towards implementing a planned economy. The negatives of a planned economy. While there are many challenges to implementing such a system, it is clear that we need to start thinking about alternatives to the current economic systems if we want to ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and generations to come. One thing we must consider is why so many countries that adopt socialism lead to dictatorships. Albert Einstein said this about the problems of a planned economy.
Nevertheless, it is necessary to remember that a planned economy is not yet socialist. A planned economy as such may be accompanied by the complete enslavement of the individual. The achievement of socialism requires the solution of some extremely difficult socio-political problems. How is it possible, in view of the far-reaching centralization of political and economic power, to prevent bureaucracy from becoming all-powerful and overwhelming? How can the rights of the individual be protected and there is a democratic counterweight to the power of bureaucracy be assured?
Einstein recognized the immense potential of people united in a common cause. While socialism appears promising in theory, it can often be perverted by those in power. It's essential to note that countries like Russia, China, Cuba, and Venezuela were authoritarian regimes before they embraced socialism. A socialist country is grounded on the notion that the community retains ownership or regulation of production, distribution, and exchange. In contrast, authoritarian regimes use communal work to serve the state's interests rather than the community's. Therefore, I don't consider Russia, China, Cuba, and Venezuela as true socialist countries. One of the significant problems with socialism is preventing the concentration of political and economic power from turning into an authoritarian rule. The solution lies in establishing a direct democracy that can balance these socio-political issues. Scandinavian countries such as Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Iceland have adopted a unique economic system, which is a hybrid of democratic socialism. This system is characterized by heavy taxes on capitalist markets to fulfill social goals. While these countries are not purely socialist, they are consistently leading in categories that track happiness, prosperity, personal freedoms, innovation, education, and healthcare. So the thing we must remember when implementing a planned economy is the necessity to ensure a democratic system that protects the rights and best interests of the people. Chapter 4. How can you support and join us? If you've gotten this far in the video and are interested in supporting or joining a community focused on transitioning to a planned economy, simply go to the One Life Charity website to submit your membership application and complete the steps to becoming a member. Once your application is approved, you will gain access to member benefits such as voting, resources, forums, projects, and rewards. You can also become a patron and get access to additional ad-free content and our private Discord channel. The link is in the description below.
Become a member on Patreon today to unleash your potential, earn rank and prestige, and gain voting rights and access to the Membership Rewards Program, uniquely designed to aid the transition to independent sustainability by building the framework that gives those who support our mission the ability to exchange goods and services for rewards and adventures. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, become a member, and join us on social media. Let's start the transition of society. Thank you for watching this video and supporting the channel. Together, we can build the foundation for something great, and we would like you to be a part of our growing community. Start your journey. One life, make the most of it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.